Hey, Doctor, can you hear me okay? Hello?
One, two, three.
Yep, I can hear you loud and clear.
All right, had to change the input. What's going on, brother?
Hey, man, look, your boy blew up the damn transmission. So uh, we've been today out looking and trying to come up with options to be able to get in the transmission fairly inexpensive. So
All right.
yeah, yeah. So we're like, yeah. So we're like looking to either rebuild it or just buy one from like the junkyard. They got low miles on it, and then just
Yeah,
put it in there.
yeah. All righty. So what you want to go over?
Oh, it was the 1030 with the 1030. How do you go by like for the and please correct me, like for the Asia, I go through it as you can tell. I've been sending the charts over to you, and I'm documenting, putting down that trading plan, and that has helped a lot. I'm if you look at the disc assessment, I'm a ATC. I have to have systems because without
Right.
systems, I'm a hot mess. And so when looking at the 1030, I was like these questions was like, you know, how do you how do you know which direction it's going to go
Well, I
before
mean, yeah.
before it actually even truly sets up? Um,
Well, there's multiple things to tell you.
okay.
So let me just grab a chart up real quick, and we'll go from there. All right, let's go down to the 15.
How's your you know how country bumpkins are? They always ask about family first.
Oh
How
yeah.
your dad and your sister doing?
Sister's good. She did have the stem cell transplant and finally got home this week. I think she was in the hospital for 20 something days. Um, Feeling pretty decent. She had to go back to the hospital yesterday. Her blood was low, had to give her some more platelets. That's just part of it till her immune system gets built up. So, but everything was successful, they say. So we'll just see how it goes.
Wow.
Dad, he's deteriorating. He really just all he wants to do is just sleep. So, uh, figure it'd be a matter of time.
Wow, man.
So,
Well, definitely from
just
me and
take it day
Michelle,
by day.
we're sending you our prayers to you and your family because yeah, I several years ago I lost my dad, and I Dob, I didn't realize how much it wasn't a conversations. It was just that he was around.
Right.
It was just that presence. It was that safety net. I knew if I don't know what type of relationship you have with yours, but I knew if I blew up something, he was he was gonna come. He was gonna be the main person to help me fix it.
Sure. Sure.
And so that created a safety net and allowed me to have more risk than than I currently would have now.
Right.
And he just had a way to it's like what my kids say. My kids go, like this Christmas I had Antonio and Yazzie here, and Yazzie is you always have one kid that really speaks up for her siblings, and it's my daughter.
Right.
She just came straight out and was just like, Dad, this doesn't feel like Christmas without Papa being around.
Right. Oh yeah, definitely. This Christmas this year is probably the least. I mean, just nobody felt it. We ended up going to my mom's. All we did was eat at my mom's up in Nashville for Christmas Day. But even that didn't even feel right, because my grandmother passed away earlier in the year,
Mm-hmm.
and which she was taking care of her. So Christmas it just didn't feel like it, with everything going on, sister in the hospital,
Yeah.
just wasn't feeling it,
Yeah.
But at least we got together and ate and everybody brought food. So
Yeah.
that was the main thing. We just all
Yep.
want to get together, get the presents. No, we don't get no presents, just everybody get together. It's too much added pressure doing all that.
Mm-hmm. And
So
it's the fellowship.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
So let's just look at Friday right here. I already took off the fibs from the London closed range, but I can put them on there real quick.
So what I'm seeing on the screen now is just
This is a breakout line, right?
Oh, I'm not even seeing that. I'm just seeing your logo.
Oh, hang on. Hold on. Let me figure it out. Let me see. Where you at? Controls. Screen share. So screen share. Screen 1. This is screen 2. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. All right. Can you see it now?
Oh, okay. Now I am.
Okay. All right. So I just put the fib back. I had this fib off because I've already set up for Sunday night. So I put this fib back on. This is our London closed range, right? So we knew what Asia session did. Everybody got price down here, right? Because New York got price, Globex got price, Asia got price. London pretty much didn't get price, but London already got it if you look left. So we're above Stangham line. But we know coming into New York, you're asking about the 1030 session. With 1030 candle is right here.
Yep.
All right. This is breakout line, correct?
Okay.
We know if we're above breakout, we're headed to the next upside. All right.
So where did the breakout line come from?
That's your area 51 on your London closed range.
Oh, okay.
So that's our London. We know if we break that in New York session, we are in. We going.
We're going.
Yeah, we're going. All right. So I also had the advantage because Thursday already happened. We know Thursday already starts the range for the following week. But once this is implemented, we also know, okay, if we're above here, we're above Thursday's range high, we in breakout. To where? To area 51.
Area 51.
Yep, which is right here. All right. So you've got a couple confluences right here. We're above here. And what did New York get? New York open right here. They got midnight price. And we're at Thursday's range high. Because we know this is our line in the sand right here. 1030 candle opened above all of this. 1030 candle, the open, if you look at the top of the screen, open says 48.34.75. All right. Our freaking breakout line is at 48.29.50. We opened above there, so I already know it's go.
Oh, okay.
All right. And not only is that, I can take that fib away on London closed range. What I did is I took this high of Thursday's range high to area 51. I split that in half. If London closed candle opens above that line, which it was very close to the other line, I know I'm good. So that line is 48, let's just say 48.31. But what was open? 34.75. I know it's a go.
Oh, because I had been trying to figure out what that line was.
So but here's the thing. You're above Asia open. You're above London Open. This is 830 candle right here. We're above all three market opens. So I already knew that it was a go. And where were we at clock at 1030? This is our low, this is our high, this is pretty much half back.
Half back.
And pretty much this last rotation, it was pretty close too. Let's put the fib on it. I think it's pretty close to same. Fib on it here. Yeah. So as you can see, just on the last row, this high right here and this low right here, we're above half back. Not only that, we got Stangham line, confluence. This was misdirection right here, but it really wasn't misdirection because we know we're in a low, high, half back. But you got a lot of things telling you you're above, you're at the breakout line, you're at Thursday's range half back between the area 51 and the range high on Thursday. So you had a lot of confluence that was a go.
Okay.
So to me, it was a very easy play. Very easy play. Okay. Which I killed it.
Oh, I know. I saw when you posted that and I was like, wow.
And I started posting before 1030. If you go back and look at the timestamps in Discord, I was already gearing everybody up. Okay, this is what to expect. I started around 5 after 10. If you go back and look at the post.
Yeah, see, it's so funny now.
I tried to guide everybody through it. You know, my thinking process. Of course, I didn't mention, you know, Thursday's range or anything like that, because you really didn't need it because you were at the breakout line of London close range, our daily setup.
So when, like I see it in this case, but when you're looking at that 1030. So what rules should I bring into place?
It's the same thing that we've always talked about. It's either the previous candle or the 1030 candle. You put a block around it.
So I put the
fails or breaks out of that candle, just like you do on Asia range.
And so maybe rule number one would be if it
or look at previous rotation before 1030, because it's always going to have a rotation before 1030.
Yes, it will.
Always draw your fib on that. Get your 50% line. If it's above 50, it's headed up. If it's below 50, it's headed down.
Oh,
but look at the context though. We took out this high right here, so we know that we're in a low high. We know that we should be coming to half back. You should already be prepared for a pullback. Because why? Because New York ain't going to buy the freaking highs. It's got to pull back. You know, what did it do? It pulled right back into 830. All right. So what is long on New York? We know it is definitely not a short if we're above Asia Open. The only time that New York is a sell, if it's a true sell, it has to get below Asia Open or whoever's the lowest of the low. If it's Asia Open, it could have been London Open. If New York gets below that last low, if it goes through it, comes back and retests and then fails, then you know you're in a true sell. That is the only time the market is a sell, other than when it's at the highs.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
No, that actually does. So really,
we were just coming from the low. Because right here was the low. Remember, we swept the previous week's Thursday's range low. I had it all marked out. If you go back and look at the charts. We swept that Thursday's range. We came back up, tested, held. This was that previous day low and the previous week's Thursday low right here. So I already know we're low. We just swept the low. Where are we going? We're headed to the top side. We're headed to, which is what? These equal highs right here. I already know we're at least headed here because we got a high, high here, high here, high here. Liquidity. I know we're headed here. So they already hit it in pre-market. But like I said, we needed a pullback in misdirection because New York ain't going to buy the high because we're not at the highs yet.
And it's funny that pullback came close to the previous Thursday high. And then,
No, yeah, the one that just the previous day, because the
Uh-huh.
previous day was Thursday, which I already had it laid out. I was already looking at it, and already, if you go back and look at my chart, you'll see that 50% line in between here and here. It might have just been that line. You might not have seen this range, but you would have seen that line. And right there it is. I mean, it's plain. I mean, I can't, right there, right here, right here's 1030 candle.
And it's above it. We're gonna go along with it.
Yep, and we're at the breakout line. So you was in a low, high,
High,
half back.
half back. Sweet.
So let's do the fib on that. See where, well, I'm pretty sure we're going to be right at it. Look at it. I mean, you cannot look at that.
Oh yeah, that's textbook, dog.
Let me get rid of this one so we can see. So here's 1030 candle. Look, didn't even reach it. So we know we're going. And look, they tried to reach back to the Stingham line. Look, there's the 1 wick, 2 wick, 3 wick, 4 wick, right on the line. Let's go. Remember that 4 wick lick?
Yes.
Yes. So
And actually, that's a good rule. I can see that. So, okay.
if you're confused about, the London close range, you can always draw your fib on that last rotation, because right, what we know, low, high,
High.
should come to half back, sweep.
And honestly, I like that, because that's something that we've been doing with the 2 a.m. London Open piece. So my mind is already used to doing that piece.
I mean, there's so many ways to dice. I mean, there's so many ways to skin a cat on this. I mean, I've got so many techniques, it's unreal.
But it's
okay. I'm just going to blow your mind, just using the power of 3.
Okay.
One candle, because this is a high, this is a low. We know we're moving up here now, right?
Yes.
All right. Take this candle, you do a 3 candle count. 1, 2, 3 on the body. Now look at your 1030 candle. If price gets up through that and holds, just go.
What?
Yep. All right. Now count the other, your rotation here, count the 3 candle look back. 1, 2, 3. Where's the buy? If it gets above it, we know it's a buy. So I've got confluence on both ends of the spectrum. That right there was the freaking buy. It give you the zone on both sides. It'll work on any rotation. What I just gave you, I ain't told nobody, Ronnie. Nobody. Absolutely nobody.
My mouth is dropped. I don't
Yeah,
even know what to say.
Right. But remember, it has to get above it and then come back and test it. So there's 1, 2, 3. What's price do? Price goes up, gets above it, right? And where does it come back to? Right there.
Right there, and test it, and then go.
Sometimes it don't touch it. It just goes, like it did here. I don't think it touched it, did it?
It didn't touch it.
It might have been one tick. 27.75.
It came extremely close.
Low. What was a low? 48.28. So it missed it by 1 tick. Right there. But it's gonna get daggum close.
I'm just can if you don't mind, do another example on another chart another day. Okay. I'm letting you know I'm blown away by the 4 ticks.
Talking about the 3 candle look back on a rotation.
I'm talking about the one where you take the.
All right, let's just look at it right here. I mean, this is the end of the day on Wednesday. So we know we got this rotation, we got this rotation. So on the low side, I've got 1, 2, 3. Price has to go up through it. And where does it come back to? Right here. Look at this candle right here.
Wow.
Do you get your 5 to 54 to 70 something? Do you get your 10 points?
Yeah, you do.
And that's at the end of the day, just taking the last rotation. So even this high here, you can say, well, 1, 2, 3, price comes through it, price gets above it, it's a go. That's your line in the sand. So you could have got in right here on the break of this candle right here. Once it got above this price right here, let's say 60, say you was late, you got 65 over here. 65, still got 10 points on the end of the day, just using that.
Wow. So you can, so I'm looking at this. So basically you're going one, let's see here, one candle, that bottom candle,
Wherever the lowest candle is.
the lowest candle, and
So
then you're going 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. If it gets above that line right there, does it go? Where did it get above that line? Asia open, midnight.
47.
Both of those was entries for longs. You could have went in, sold, got back in, and sold, and then got in at midnight and held all freaking night and all through New York, coming into 6 a.m. because the play is actually in the 6 a.m. over here. You always want to be out at 6 a.m. When you're coming out of Asia, coming into 6 a.m., as you know, 6 a.m. is reversal time, so it's going to pull back. You should be expecting a pullback. If it keeps going, then they're sending it. In this situation, if it doesn't pull back, if it keeps going, they're sending it.
Okay.
So that means there's news or something. So that means you better be out by 7:30 whenever news is coming out. So that's usually when they send it. They'll send it at 6 a.m. and it keeps going. I know, okay, that's misdirection. And it could keep going all the way into New York Open.
Wow.
So if you just go back and just study, I mean, like let's go to a 1 hour. All right, because it'll probably still work on the 1 hour. All right, so we know we got a low here. 1, 2, 3. We get above here is a go right here on the 1 hour. You could even use the candle. You could use the candle on a 1 hour. I would use the wicks. So you got 1, 2, 3, right there at the pink line. Where was the buy?
Oh, right there.
Right there at it.
So then on, let's see here. So if it's on the 15, I pretty much work off
All
the
right,
15.
now let's look at this one. Because this is a rotation on the bottom side. I'm going backwards. 1, 2, 3. Right there. It's above it. It's a go.
Wow.
One, two, 3. Look in Asia open right here. Where was the buy in Asia?
Right there.
Right there at it.
47.
Yeah, it dipped a little below it, but I mean, ain't much heat. I don't think 68.
I took that.
High point heat, you know, but we had reasons to take it short because it didn't get above that last candle print. You can even do it on a 1 hour on the last candle print. You can use the last 1 hour. Same scenario. Did it open above? Did it get above that candle at the open? Nope. So you know it's a short on that last candle print right there. But there's just so many ways to skin a cat. So many. So, and you always want to look at the last rotations. So it's always rotations. So you can always get into it, you know, at any given time, whatever time frame, whatever you're looking at.
And that's the reason why you always say it's very important to look at the last rotation, because that lets you know
yes,
showing the hand.
Right, right. The last rotation is going to tell the tale, because if it's above 50, it's going. If it's below 50, then they're going to make a turn.
Wow.
Just like right here. So what was supposed to happen? Low, high. I'm going to tell you what's supposed to happen. Low, high,
Hi.
halfback. Right here, we're supposed to sweep. They didn't do it. Right here's where it was already going, and they turned it around. Misdirection.
Yep.
Because we know low, high, halfback supposed to sweep. Well, they stopped it right here. They didn't. They didn't go above that candle right there. They stopped it. Made equal highs, basically. You got a double here, you got a double here. That's pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
So what do? Let's go back. 1, 2. I'm going to take the highs of these candles because we're on a 30-minute now. So that's 1, 2, 3. Where's the buy? It's pretty close right there.
Yeah, it is.
At the end of the day. So but you got to understand the other context too, though, because we swept the previous day low here, was also Thursday's previous week, Thursday's range. I already knew if we sweep and we get above here, we're headed to the top side.
Mm-hmm.
We already know that. So when I say 50 to 50, that's what I'm talking about. So when we got here, we knew we were going to this line because that line is the previous right here. This is the previous Thursday's halfback. I know if we get above here, we're going 50 to 50. So 50 to 50. We get above here, we're going 50 to 50.
50.
Gets above here, we're going to 50 to 50. Which target hits?
Okay.
But when we sweep like this, and then come back into this range, I already know we're headed here, period. I already know. It's just from screen time. Because once you sweep this side, I know we're at least going here, but more likely we're going here.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because from here to here is the same from here to here. So once it gets to here, I know we're headed to here. Hose here, we're going. And you got to understand where we're at the time and where we're at. All they did was squeeze. All they did was squeeze all these shorts. All these shorts, they got rammed. And you can see the turn right here because you had a low, high, halfback. At that low that we just swept, that was the retest. Remember, I had all the markups. Go back and look in Discord. All the texts are on the chart where I say low, sweep, retest. We're going. But that's just knowledge of looking back, but you really don't need all that because London closed range told you the same story, right? London closed range, there's high, there's low. Where's halfback? Right here. Of this range, we're at halfback right here. That was an easy play right there. You could have held that all the way into 6 a.m. right here.
Wow.
If I put the area 51 on it, I'm pretty dang sure it hit target of area 51. Let me see. Put the fibs back on it. Area 51 right here. 6 a.m. Target hits it by 6 a.m. That's what you want to see. Out. Plays over. If you in here, you out here.
Okay.
And why would you be in here? Because we didn't even get the halfback. They're all look at the wick. They've already buying it. They're low, high, that halfback. It's area. You know you're not here, right? You know you're not here. You're close to halfback. So that's a go.
Okay.
And what it do is swept that first candle. It's the same thing that happens on everything. Sweep, reclaim, retest. Go right here, just off of this one candle. Right there's the low of the candle. Swept it, came back inside of it, held it, went up, came back and retested it right there. Low, high, halfback. They made the turn. Go.
So for me, what I do, my takeaway is going to be, I will do the high low on the that timepiece from 8:30 to right before the London close candle, and look to start taking those. And then the other takeaway would be to at that 8:30 time period, around that 8:30 time period, do the back testing and go one, two, three candle. Is it three candles back or four candles
Three
back?
candles.
Three candles back on the
Look
15.
here. So 1, 2, 3.
And so if we're
Well, hang on, let's redo it because this is the high. Because there's 1, 2, 3. And it doesn't even get there. But look, we're at London close range high. See what I'm saying? There's reasons why it didn't come back here. We know if it holds this, it's a go. It didn't get back there.
But at least you know that it's a long, so you know direction.
Yes. Because you're above London close. We're already above London close range high. But for me, the body, 1, 2, 3. You didn't get much heat. That's 1050. I would take entry at 1050. 850. So you had 2 points of heat. If you didn't want to take 1050, you could have took this 30-minute half back right here at 10. Only swept you 1.5 there. 1.5 heat if you took the 30-minute half back. It wasn't touched here, so they came down and touched it and then held it in Asia by clock.
Okay.
Then you got low, high, look, low, high, half back coming into midnight. You see how it all lines up?
Yeah, that makes sense.
You got a high right
half
here.
Back.
Right here's half back. You in the area. Yes, it dipped below it a little bit. Swept Asia open. Half back of that wick of the first. See, you got half back of this. If you put a 50% just on this first candle print wick, that's where they came back and got it.
Mm-hmm.
Which I use that a lot sometimes. I'll use the wicks, try to get the 50 mark. Just like this, okay, first candle print. Where's the 50 mark of the wick? Do it. Where'd they buy it at?
Oh, wow. Okay.
975, and it went down to 925. Two points, 2 ticks of heat right here.
Yep.
Just little tricks, Rodney. All that's just from screen time. But honestly, the setup will keep you in the right direction.
Well, no, it's been helping a whole lot in regards to.
Now, can you dial it in a little better? Yeah, those little tricks that I just said. You can dial it in a little bit better if you're confused. But that's what I'm looking at.
Okay. So, like I said, I mean, this upcoming week, on the London close piece, the time period before the section before the U.S. Open to right before the London close, I'll go ahead and put the fibs on that and look to work that process. And then the second thing that I will do to validate that, I will go take my lowest candle. And so am I taking the lowest candle and then going three back?
All right, so let's just take this right here because this is a low and then this is a high, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's 1, 2. Let's just say this candle here. You got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Where was the buy? So I'm saying. So we know if price comes down through it, which it does here, gets above it, retest should hold.
Okay.
And if that don't satisfy you, you could have took this candle 1, 2, 3.
3.
When it gets above there, it's got to go through it and then come back and retest. That's a go right there.
So then it's going to
But
be.
you got other confluence. You got a 30-minute halfback not touched. You don't want it to touch if it's a go.
Okay.
Right there, that 30-minute halfback, you do not want it to touch if it's a go, which it does not.
Okay, that makes sense, Doc.
All right, same thing here. Here's our low right here. 1, 2, 3. I mean, you can decide to use the wicks or not. These are kind of small candles for 30 minutes. I mean, go back, look to the right. Is it 1? Let's just do this. 1, 2, 3, because those are the next lower highs right there. So this candle's halfback is right here. Look to the right. Where's the buy?
Oh, wow.
Right here. New York Open, dead nuts.
Okay. All right.
That don't work. You can use the bodies. 1, 2, because this body here is lower than this body, so I can count this one. 1, 2, 3 on this body. Does price get there? No, but does it get half back of this candle though?
Yes.
So your entry could be anywhere in that third freaking candle. Let's just say that. Your entry can be any, if it hits that zone, it's go.
Okay.
Because what did it do? We know that's its price came above it. So we did our count, 1, 2, 3, that's our candle. We mark it. See how we're patiently waiting? Now, we know if we get above here, it's a go. You could be in this play if you're up, coming into London. Because what do you got? You got a low, high, this is halfback. Why am I taking a fib from this low? Because you're breaking this high with this candle. So your fib starts with the breakout candle. All right. So that means when we break this level right here, that's where you put your fib. That's the high. This is halfback. That's your entry right here. 1925 was the low. 18. You only up 1.2. This is say 1.5 point heat. You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And the bodies don't, we're on a 30-minute, and body respects the 50 line. It's all wicks underneath it. Just another clue, but it's doing what it's supposed to do. Low, high, halfback, sweep. Why? Because we broke the high right here on bodies. We broke the bodies right here.
Okay.
Actually, I should put the fib on the body. So we broke that body right there. Crazy, ain't it?
Yes. I'm just like, I know for me, I definitely do the high low, putting the fibs on that 8:30 to right before the London close. I do that, and then I'm also going to start. I'll start doing the like in doing the 3 day. I mean the 3 candle look back. And so if I'm doing a 3 day, the 3 candle look back.
Yeah, 3 candle look back on rotation.
Okay. So if I'm doing a 3 candle look back on rotation, is it best to just put a fib on that and just above that fib, just go long, and below it go short?
You just put a line, a trend line, or a price marker on that.
Okay.
So if it gets above, you already know it gets above it. You're just waiting for it to come back to it. That's your entry.
Okay.
And vice versa on the short. So if it goes through it on the downside, then you want to see it come back to it, or at least get close to it. because you're going to see it. You'll see the high-low halfback once you make that marker. It's going to show you somewhere in the rotation on the macro.
So this upcoming week, I will start working on those two things.
You know, it's just like, you know, I know this is a low here, 1, 2, 3, because we're headed up. I could use this as a comeback too, right here. It doesn't quite get there.
But as far as
I like this look back here, it gives you a little bit better zone. Looking back here, and you want to look back here. On the downside, you know, you're looking back. So
oh wow, you can
once
just
it
play
fails
with
this, look at this candle. You see what I'm saying? So you could put, so you look, so this is the rotation high. Once it starts coming down, once that candle prints, you know we're headed down. So you can always look at any given time. You can look at 3 candles. So 1, 2, 3. You know, if you break that right here, so you got 1, 2, 3. Let's just say that's the lowest. So you break that,
it's going down.
Yep. And if it breaks it going up, which it does right here, then you know it's going the other way.
Mm-hmm.
But you got, look here, 1, 2, 3 candle look back. Look where the buy was.
Fairly close to that one.
Right here. Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Go.
So I'm excited about trying the three candle look back. I can put that in my process, and then I do the high low on the fibs.
Yep. So let me take this away. Let's do another one here. Move drawn. So we got 1, 2, 3. I'm just looking at the bodies. 3 candle look back on the bodies. Where's the buy?
Oh, wow.
Wick, 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 wick. Respected it. I didn't get it on there right. Go down a little more on the body. The bottom of that, it's all wick. The body never get below, never got below here. Nope. Body never got below the gold.
Okay.
See, by using that, you pinpoint your entry and get you one shot with a possible runner, because you already know this is your thermometer right here on this last candle print.
Mm-hmm.
But see, look where the buy is here. This is freaking high of the last candle print.
Yep.
Why? Because it went through it. The same technique. 1, 2, 3 candle look back. Because this is the high candle right here. 1, 2, 3. And right there's the freaking buy.
And that's almost right at halfback when you really look at it.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why you're, constantly reiterating. You want to get as close as you can to being able to buy at the halfback.
Yep.
Because at least you have. I remember you were saying something about if you get close.
But remember,
buy a halfback, you're at the
remember
discount.
when we talk about halfbacks, though, halfback is low, halfback is halfback, and halfback is high.
Mm-hmm.
Follow why I say that?
Yeah, because it just depends upon the different situation that you're in and where it's at.
Right, because when I do take the block, where's halfback of the second block? This high.
Yep.
So it's a halfback. That's why people get confused when I used to say that all the time. The low halfback and the high are all halfbacks, depending on where price is. But because if price gets above this block, We know we got to duplicate another block. We're in this zone now.
So it's really
That was the
price
purpose
action at
of
the
the
zone.
blocks. Yeah, this was the purpose of the range blocks, to keep you trading inside the next range as it progresses. What does it do? Comes out of the box right here. Duplicate the box. Where do we go? Right there.
Well, I still use the boxes, so.
Right. Okay. Now look. So what happens? Do we hit target over here? Yep. Do we come out? Yep. We freaking make the next box.
Yeah, see, my best trades have been the ones where I use the box set, because then I'm not.
Does target hit?
Yeah, and I'm not worried. I'm not worried about. Usually, if I do 2 or 3, I would take. Go ahead and pay myself with 1 and leave 1 on until it get ready to break the box.
Yep.
And those have been my best trades.
Right. Like if you've seen the London close trade, I only had 2 contracts.
But boy, that was a beautiful trade.
Once I got hit to 10 points, I took 1 off. Once I made the first little over 1,000, then I scalped the rest of the day. I just took 1 contract and I just kind of diddled around watching the price and see if I could get a good scalp here and there. And I ended up doing pretty good. Actually, I did better than what I posted in the room. Ended up with like almost 1,600.
Oh, I knew that. I was like,
so yeah.
When you had I looked at that, but I looked at where you had put your
the entries were on there. I showed the entries.
Yeah, I looked at where you had put your fib at and where it went to, and I was like, oh yeah, I know he just kicked back and let 1 ride, because you constantly on me about get to the point to where you're doing 2 or 3 and let 1 ride.
Yep. Let it ride. You can put, you don't even have to use break even. If you don't want to lose any money on that, let it ride. You can put your stop at where you got out on the contracts that you got out on. And honestly, that's probably the best way to do it.
That's
really plus too, it's a matter of how much more do you want it to ride? Is the next 5 points good enough? I mean, that's a pretty good bonus. You want to take it off there. It's something you got to decide. But I would do it the same every time, because it ain't going to act the same every time. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. And see, that's right.
We had reason for Friday though. I already knew this thing was running all the way up to close.
Yeah.
Why? Because it had to come back up here. That was the previous. Right here, this was Area 51 on the previous Thursday range. It all set up beautifully. We swept, we reclaimed. We're headed to the other freaking side, because it didn't touch the bottom. They held it. Theirs was the bottom Area 51 from this Thursday's range. Look, if I put a fib on it from here, where's my fibs? It's the same technique that I did on the top side. If you take a fib from Thursday's range, from the low to Area 51 on Thursday's range, where is halfback? Gets above halfback,
it's gone. Yeah. I like that, Don.
See what I mean? It came back inside of this range. Pull back. Why did it pull back? Because this was the retest. It retested London close. This Thursday's range low right here. It retested it. It had more orders in here because this thing took off. It didn't get all the orders filled. That's the reason why it comes back. There's more orders down here. Right there. Then it blasts off again. So you had low, high, halfback sweep, low, high, deep, a little bit deeper than halfback, sweep, low, high. We're not pulling back now. They buying it straight up. Low, high, come back a little deeper than half, sweep.
Now the Stingham line is set, is that still set at 30 or did you make some changes to that?
String line should be 30, 30,
Okay.
3 and 30. That's what I use. Threes, power of threes, man.
Ah,
Threes, threes.
okay. This was good. You give me some work for this upcoming week. And as usual, you know, I post my stuff. And I don't know about the different people that's in our group.
Yeah, they're not doing anything.
Yeah, I post my stuff. And for me, it holds me accountable and I take your feedback. And as you know, I implement. And that's
Right.
how I'm.
Right, because you're going to come up with your own technique. Because here's the thing: you see different things, and you got to get the screen time. So I don't know what you see yet. You follow what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can give you the blueprint, but if you don't understand it, it's not going to do you any good. And yeah, that's where the screen time comes in. But the basics of it should be pretty simple to everybody. That's what I've always said. Our entries may not be the same, but they should be close. Exits are going to be totally different because everybody's got different risk tolerance.
Yes.
You know, me personally, I'm a type. Seriously, if I could hold this trade from here to up here and not have to worry about all the closes and cash sum and all that, I would hold this freaking trade because that's my personality. Because I already know we're headed here when it gets here and retests and holds.
And see, it's so funny you say that because it's like with me.
But some people can't handle it. Because, and here's the thing too, because of the trailing drawdown on some of these prop firms, and that's another little trick they got. This is where it gets you. You can't hold it.
Mm-hmm.
There's absolutely no way you can hold it. You got to take your profits.
Yes.
So, you know, that's the kicker. Once you get above your buffer, and then you can, you know, pump up your buffer.
Yes. Yep.
But, you know, like I said, it's just, you got to play their game, and their game is to win because their game is for resets and keep buying evals. That's why they have the trailing drawdowns. You know, do I have a problem with it? No, because I can take one trade, hit target, shut it down. Yeah. I can get past the trailing. I've never had a problem with trailing. I don't like it, but I've never had a problem with it. Do I think it makes you a better trader? Not really, because that's scalping mentality. You're forcing me to take profits when that's not the way I trade.
Yeah.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah.
So
and see for me, I'm, you know, the thing that you work with me on is, hey, get your 4 to 5 points. We move some stuff around, and that's been helping. And what I've been doing is I know what my stop loss is, and I know what profit I want to make off of it. And a lot of times I just set it and I leave and I go to the gym and I come back.
Sure.
I realize for me, when I sit here and watch that computer, I will mess my trades up. And I've been really trying to get.
You'll start second guessing yourself.
Yes. Yes.
When you know your first initial boom is correct.
Yeah. So Michelle, she goes, she's like, so aren't you trading? I said, yeah. Well, what's going on? And I'm like, hey, I unset it. It's going to do what it's going to do. I'm going to the gym. So she'll call me and she's like, well, you're up this, so you need me to get, no, just leave it alone.
Right. Oh, man.
She's like, I can't do it like that. I was like, look, I said, I realized with me, I said, you know, because I'm journaling and stuff. And I said, I realized with me, I will go back there and, excuse me for saying it, fuck it up.
Right.
Because if it jerks, if I'm going long and it jerks down real quick, I'm ready to get out of it. And I'm gonna take whatever. And then it retests and shoots straight up.
Yep.
And so I was like, I said, you know, I'm looking at the psychology behind this. And I said, I know with my personality, I got a problem with, you know, I get a little green and then I go ahead and cash out. I was like, no, I'm in it for the long term.
Right.
I'm emotional behind it. So let me just take myself out. So I just set it and go.
But like, that's why I was trying to explain in the chat that, you know, you need to diversify on the props, not just because not putting all your eggs in one basket. They got all different rules. So you know, Top Step is not too bad. You know, they've got end of day drawdown. If you go past your daily limit, it don't blow the account. They automatically take you out. I mean, it's got some good features to it. Like for Top Step, I could have took Asia Low here and held that all the way to end of day
Wow.
on
No,
Top
that-
Step because it's end of day drawdown.
Wow.
So anytime I'm in profit, it doesn't go against, even though it goes against me, it doesn't matter because the drawdown goes from end of day profit. So it would have to draw down here. So as long as I'm in profit, I can leave the trade on.
Yes.
So that's what I like about Top Step. I don't think I think here's the thing about Top Step. You do good for a while, which I just started them, you know, I just started them.
Okay.
So we'll see how it goes. The plan is for me to get live with them. So, you know, even though I'm funded right now, you got to go through the funding part on the simulated side, and then they move you up to their live prop desk.
Okay.
Is what they call it. I don't really call it that because they don't help you put parameters in to save your account because you can still blow it. You know, they say, well, we got coaching, we got risk management, but they don't set their, you know, keep their traders from blowing, even on the live side. So to me, they're not a real prop. They're still an online prop to me, but you know, but I like the end of day drawdown. Take Profit, I've got nothing but good to say about Take Profit.
Okay.
I really like them. Now, you know, they don't have any scaling. Like Top Step, you got to start out with scaling, so you can't trade more than 2 contracts starting out till you get above certain. But Take Profit, you can trade all 6 contracts from get go. You make money that day, you can draw it out. You know, as long as you keep it above your buffer. You know, another great thing about Take Profit, if you blow the account in profit, they'll at least pay you half of it.
Oh, I saw that.
Yes.
When you posted
Which
that,
is
I
a
was like,
great
wow.
feature. Which is a great feature. Which I give them props on that. So they're actually trying to pay, you know, traders on Take Profit.
Wow.
So, but I mean, they're all pretty much the same. You just got to dig in and read the rules.
Yes. Well,
5 days to pass on Take Profit. It's you know, to me, I can pass any of these. I can pass them 50Ks. I can pass in 1 day if they'll allow it. But like Take Profit has a 50% rule, or yeah, I think 50% rule. Top Step has a 50% rule, so they limit me. You know, I can't pass them, but in 2 days.
Okay.
But Take Profit, they make you trade 5 days, period. So, you know, but Top Step, you can pass in 2 days.
So it's going to be give and take in all those. And
it just depends on, but you got to keep track of the rules because I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I mess up. I forget that rule is over here and I end up blowing. I ain't gonna fucking lie about it.
Because that one night that you had you had all 4 of them up there, and I was like,
I'm human. I still do. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna give you an example. All right, you've seen all the ones I just posted on the online props. Well, guess
Yes.
which one I fucked up? Tariffs. The real prop firm. I fucked it up. You know, it is what it is. But you know, I'm still in it. I'm still gonna make it. I'm still gonna make the deadline. I ain't worried about it. But yes, I lost some fucking profits. Fell asleep, had an order on, didn't know how to, you know, just stupid, you know, it happens. It's just part of being human.
Because I told Michelle, I said, I don't know how he's able to keep all these different prop firms like that. She says, well, he's probably, I said, no.
It's tough.
I said, with all the stuff that Dobby got on his plate, he has to. He can't keep all that stuff together. I said, word, his dad, his sister.
I blow shit too. It happens. I can't, you know, I'm not going to deny it. That's just part of it. You know, now is it less and less over the years? Yeah. I'm almost there. I mean, I know I'm there, Rodney. I know I'm there. That's why I started the real one. So
I'm just laughing.
and then it snuck up and bit my ass. I was like, well, thank God.
Because I told her, I was like, I don't know how he's doing it, you know. And she's like, because you know, she's been doing real good. Oh man, she's been.
That's why you try to at least have 3 or 4 counts on each one of them. That way, you can go one, it don't hurt you. But
yes,
you know,
she's been doing real good with the 9 a.m.
Yeah,
that 9 a.m. reversal. She knows that stuff. Like but it fits her personality. She's an accountant,
right?
You know, it fit. And I told her,
so how's she doing? She taking 10 points, or she just doing 5 and killing it?
No, she'll do 5.
5 points, and that's it. She's killing it.
She'll do 5, and she'll kill at 9. And sometimes she says every once in a while she'll sneak up and get 8 to 10, but overall she gets 5 off that piece.
Right.
And she got the rules and all that stuff down. And I was like, I asked her one day, I said, so if I'm doing the Asia, because a lot of times, about time she get ready to start on the Asia, I'm done. I got my 4 or 5 points. I'm done.
Right.
She just gonna start. And I was like, I said, here's the thing. I said, I see the reason why your stuff is sporadic. It's up and down. I said, if the 9 is working for you, master that and expand it.
Yeah. All you got to do is just increase contracts at that point.
Yeah. I said, the only reason I'm looking at the 10:30, I said, because I said the 6 a.m. is not who I am. The 2 a.m., I'm not going to be up. It's rare. It's rare. And I said, you know, because now we're a family, so I'm going to operate with some transparency with you.
Right.
Your boy, I was doing that damn 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And went to sleep and blew up the fucking account because I went to sleep. And I didn't put,
but I know all about it.
Yeah. And so, and she's like, I thought y'all had been working on it. I said, yeah, I had. She said, well, I thought you put your parameters on it. And I said, you just, I was tired.
Right.
And I thought I did, but I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, so it blew up? I said, yeah, that motherfucker blew up.
Boom.
You know, so yeah, it ain't just you. It happened to the common ones too.
Right.
Because I was like, that's
really
here's the
thing, Rodney. If you can make it to the real prop firm, you're not going to blow it. And even if you do lose, they're not going to get rid of you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Or the real prop firm, you know, because they've had traders being drawdown, you know, as long as they're sticking to their plan, sticking to the rules, you know, they're not going to get rid of you. So
yeah, that's where you're not. That's where
the plan is to try to be green every day on Apteros. That's the plan so far. So,
okay.
You know, I'm still in it, but you know, like I said, I had to reset. No biggie.
Mm-hmm.
It happens.
Mm-hmm. Look, it happens because your boy, man, I would sleep. She says, so you actually want to sleep? I said, I want to sleep at the desk.
Sure, I've done it. I've done it. Thinking I'm good, you know, I'm watching it. Next thing I know, I done
watching you.
I pick back up, and a lot of times I've caught myself, I've been drawdown and just kill it, you know. So I can't tell you how many times that's happened, you know.
That's the reason why you stop. You know, every once in a while you'll see me up around that time, but I was like, no, the Asia Open piece, I'm comfortable with that.
All right, so let's talk about the Midnight Open price, because I think it's very important, because the last 2 days New York came and got Midnight Open.
Yes.
So if direction is above Midnight Open, there is high probability that New York will want to come down and get that price. So if you wake up in the morning before New York Open and you want an entry, you want a good ass entry, mark Midnight Open. Maybe do your entry about 1 point above Midnight Open and see if you get filled. Vice versa. So if Midnight Open, the play is coming down, New York opens down here, they're going to want to come up and get that price. Same thing, even on the short side. I would take a short at that level, see if I get filled, and see what I get. If you notice the last 2 days, New York came and got midnight open price,
Mm-hmm.
and then went the other way. They did it here, and they did it here. They didn't do it until 12 noon here, but we got reasons why, because we got a low, high, halfback sweep.
Okay.
Rotation. 1, 2, 3 candle, 3 candle high. Where's entry? Look.
Right there.
Because this was the last low, this was the last high. 1, 2, 3. We get above here. Let's go. It's above here. Retest. Don't touch it. Let's go to end of day. But oh man. See, and a lot of my problem is I'm trying to trade at work, you know, because I work the second shift, so I go in around noonish till noon to 2, and I don't get home till roughly just before midnight. So I'm trying to trade at work. I'm trying to trade Asia Open at work. A lot of times I'm done at work because I'll log in, I'll remote into my computer here from work, and I'll just take the trade, you know, and it's hard to monitor it. And a lot of times I'll forget, you know, I get tied up on a machine or somebody's got a problem and, you know, I get tied up. But hey, here's what it is. I keep grinding.
Yeah.
Keep grinding.
Yeah, that's all you can do. And I know for you, it's paying some great dividends. I'm continuing to learn. I'm having fun with it. And, you know, I mean, every time we talk, I'm able to look at something. As you know, I go back and I back test it. Then I post my stuff.
Right.
And I realize for the people that's in the room that, one, don't do the daily homework assignment. And that can be as simply as setting up.
Yeah, just the setup. Just go out and do it. You know, you may not be able to see everything, but at least do it.
Yeah, set it up and send it over to you and get your feedback on it. I mean, and this is just me. That piece right there has been a game changer because you're able to mark it up and give me some feedback on it. And then I make the adjustment. Right. And then I go, oh, now I see what he's saying. Because like, you know, like I know I sent the Sunday one over to you, and I was like, I still can't believe that this has the potential to be a high. I mean, you know, to be a long. But I was like, it's not me saying it, it's what the chart is saying.
Right. So all of them too, you know, you might want to have 1 or 2 that's not rhythmic too. Like take profit. I use the Trade-Avate and TradingView because I use TradingView on that one because it's CQG data. That way, when rhythmic's down, I'm still going to be able to trade something.
Yes.
So when I talk about diversify, don't put them all in rhythmic either. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. Yeah,
you want to have at least a couple that's on the other data feed in case the one goes down and you can't trade. Like I was pissed that night because I could have killed it. I would have killed. Matter of fact, I probably would have hit profit target on Apteros.
And I told Michelle, I said, I know he was pissed because you was posting. We was going back and forth, and
I stop. I kept playing play. You know, I'm like, you motherfucker, I know what you're doing. Try to keep me from winning.
I had Michelle laughing. I said, I can see him now sitting there looking at that.
He
want to throw. He ain't look. I said he close to throwing that damn computer out the window, but he's like, that's like throwing his damn money out the window. So he ain't gonna do that. I said, but I know he's hot as a firecracker now.
I was. But what can you do? There ain't nothing you can do about it.
And look, she was so.
But I didn't have the other at that time, and when that did that right there, I was like, you know what? I'm getting the other on a couple because I'm not gonna deal with that shit no more.
Yeah. You know what? There's one guy that had been talking about Quinn Tower and some other stuff.
Yeah, he left the room. He learned what he wanted to learn. He learned that London close, the London close setup, and he's gone. That's pretty much the only thing he trades now. That's how these guys do. They'll come in and, you know, they'll learn it. He's probably out there teaching it to somebody, you know.
Yeah, I'm letting you know, I'm constantly learning.
I ain't worried about it because, like I said, I've got enough. I ain't worried about it. I mean,
Well, I
ain't
mean,
worried
that's the
about it
reason.
at all.
Yeah, that's the reason I'll let you know. I mean, both me and Michelle appreciate you because, like I said, she's doing really good with the 9 a.m. And I just been just telling her, I'm constantly telling her, just write down your process. She's like, I just see it. I just see it. I was like, okay.
Right. But
That's
if I go
just,
back to this, can you see this
yes.
on Discord? How long it takes for a habit to become fruition?
Mm-hmm.
66 days.
Yes.
So if they're not setting up every day for at least 66 days, they ain't getting this.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody getting it.
And see, for me, like I posted, sent it over to you. But even today, I got up and went through my charts. I do it every day.
I do
And
it every day too, Ronnie. I was like,
I
okay, what could I have done a little bit better today?
yeah. And so it's like Michelle, she says, like this morning I got up at 3 a.m. and I said, I'm so used to getting up at 3 a.m. now and going through my routine.
Yep.
And I get up and I sit there and I break down charts and boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, okay, so if Dobby was here, how would he look at this?
Well, if you're waking up at 4 a.m., I'd be looking at the 4 a.m. candle. I'd draw a box on it. Above it's a line, below it's a
You get up there, you better be getting a check.
I ain't lying, Ronnie. If you're up at 4 a.m., because that 4 a.m. candle, that 4-hour candle is very important. That sets the tone for the day. No shit.
No shit?
No shit. Go back and look at it. That 4 a.m. price, put a block around it, and then tell me what you damn see.
Okay.
I'm probably just increased your profitability of taking that trade from there all the way into 6 a.m.
No shit. 4 a.m.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I want to do it. Let's do it.
So now you got me curious because I get up at
Let's go to Trading View. I'm gonna do it on Trading View. Let's see if I can get
Monday, pretty much Monday through Thursday. I get up at 3 a.m. and just start because I have to go. Let me just start looking at charts, breaking stuff down. And she says, "You do all this just to get ready for the Asia?" I said, "Yeah, I do."
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm gonna get on Trading View here.
Okay.
Let's see, I don't want that.
Thank you, Dobby. Thank you.
Let's see. Let's widen it out. See if we can get 4 a.m. I want to see some 4 a.m.s. A little wider. Come on. Give me time to try to figure out Trading View again. I ain't worked with it very much. It's been a while. Let's go to here we go. Here we go. Let's do it. All right. 4 a.m. We're just gonna do the body, right? You're a body man. Body man. Buy low, sell high. 4 a.m. gets above here. It's a go, right?
Yep.
Look, it gets above it, right? What does it do? Comes back, retest it. There's the entry. Right here. Entry's right here. 5 a.m. Okay. Look, 5:30. Okay, entry's right here. 29.75. It hit 35.75. 6 points, right?
Yes.
Okay, but hang on now. So you could got out, right? Got out here, you got your 5, right? Look, they say, we want to hit it again, Rodney. He comes back here again at 6:30.
Wow.
29.75, same price. Where does it go? Boom. 10 points. Look,
Wow.
before 7:30, even before news candle. I don't know if there's news this day. I don't know. I don't follow news. But look, 10 points before then. What happens? Just extend it. We know gets below here, it's a short. So as soon as it goes here, you could hit it market order, boom. 28. I'm only looking for 5. You got it.
You got it. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
At 4 a.m. candles. What happens? This is the most important thing. This is the same freaking thing that happens every freaking day. 4 a.m. candle. What did they just do? They just swept. So what are you waiting on now? You want to wait? You can wait till it sweeps here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. Let's extend it on out some more. We're waiting. It's 10 a.m. coming into London close. We still got the 4 a.m. candle mark. It gets above it. One candle closes above it. Where do they come back to? Where's the buy?
Oh, come right back to the 4 a.m.
Same fucking price that you bought in the morning. $29.75. How much heat? 27. 2 points. You missed it. Guess what? They came back again. Came back in again right here. There's 2 entries. Where does it go? Oh, shit.
To the moon. Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Now you see how important that 4 a.m. price
Yes.
is.
Okay. Wow. I never really paid any attention to that 4 a.m.
What did I say yesterday when I did my little rant, my little spill? Always take profits. Take your profits because more than likely you can get back in at the same damn price.
Mm-hmm.
Multiple times. Give you how many checks? 3, 4 checks right there. And that's all from when you woke up at 4 a.m.
Wow.
I gave you multiple checks from 4 a.m. when you woke up, but you should anticipate sweep, reclaim, retest, go. It's the same thing. It's the same model.
I had no clue that 4 a.m. candle is that important.
It doesn't matter what candle you trade. You can do it on any candle. It's at whatever time you wake up and you put your ass, I'm going to say it again, anytime you put your ass in the chair and you get ready to trade, you should be able to do this. It's the same model, same technique. All right. Now looking at 4 a.m. I want to show you the 4 a.m. What do you see? It's a cross. Look, here.
Yes.
Here, here. This is the cross. This is the turn. This is misdirection.
Yep.
It's above it. Go. This is the cross. This is the cross. This is the cross. Thank you, Jesus.
Yes.
The cross. Right here. That's the turn.
Wow.
At clock.
Wow. Okay.
Bullseye. If it let me draw a circle around that, I would. Let's see if it let me draw a circle. Oval. I don't know where to get to oval. Oval.
Yeah, that might be
circle.
Better circle.
There we go. Talking about bullseye in the scope.
Okay. Sniper.
But that's the turn. When I talk about the turn, this is the turn. I mean, you can see it plain as day because it's almost like a 4. Up, down, cross. It's a number 4. If you can see it. Number 4.
Oh, yeah. So is it best to try this on the 15 or the 30? Or does it make a difference?
Don't matter. Don't matter.
Okay.
Let's go down to 5 minute. We got it marked on the chart, right? same. It's fractal. Don't matter what time frame. That's why everybody, well, what time frame do I use? I mean, 15 minute is king for setting up the setup.
Yes.
15 minute is your king. Then you can dial down in what I just did. You can go down to a 3 minute. It's the same. It's the same.
And see, what I basically do, do all my setups on the 15. I can dial it up or I can dial it down.
But do you see it? This is on
to
a
be-
3 minute. See, it's on 3 minute. Showing you right here.
But you set it up on the 15. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So I will do the two things I mentioned earlier. Plus I'll start getting up. You know, when I get up in the morning, I'll look at the that 4 a.m. or like I said, I get up at 3 a.m. I can look at the 3 a.m. and see what's
So
going
here's
on.
30 minute. It's pretty clean. You know, 30 minute will show you it's pretty clean.
Yeah, it is.
Mark it on the 15, and just like at the higher, you can go up. Look, let's go to 1 hour. Look at the damn 1 hour.
Yeah.
It's clean. Look, right here.
But I realized for me, now that you trained me and I got so used to doing it, I do everything on the 15 and then I can scale it up or scale it down. And that's been working extremely well for me.
Yep. You're like, well, this ain't clear right here. I don't know if we're going up or down. You go down into a smaller time frame, you're going to see it. You're going, okay, it's go time. Now, I can't see it on the higher, but, you know, right now I can see it going.
You know, the other thing that I have been doing, I started doing it probably the last 2 weeks. I do everything on the 15, but I turn back around and man, I've been really executing well on my 1 minute.
Right.
I do that for entries, and that's been really working well on that. Michelle goes, I don't know how you're able to do it, but I was like, I'm able to see the double tops, the double bottoms. I'm able to see almost everything before it actually happens.
Right. So let's do another day. I just picking another one random here. I don't even know how far back I went. I'll pick another one random. All right. What am I doing? Rectangle. 4 a.m. All right. 4 a.m. candle. Let's go down to the 15 minute. Probably should have done it on the 15. Uh-oh, I'm lost.
There it is.
I'm lost. Where did I put it? Don't matter. We'll put it on this one. We'll just redo it. 15 minute. That was my bad. 15 minute. All right. 15 minute. You know, if it breaks here, we're headed down. But look, you got low, high. Should be expecting half back, right?
Yep.
So we know we don't break this candle right here. Can't get above it. Once it breaks here, it's go time. 77.75. Do we get 5? Yep.
Yeah, you do.
Get 5. Reversal script says here's the buy. So you should have been anticipating to get out here because reversing. Why? Because they bought here. More likely going to buy here.
Buy here.
Low, high, half back. That's why I say if nobody did nothing but just put a line on the buy and sell signals, it's the same thing. It tells you where to buy, it tells you where to sell. If you wait for it, comes back, picks you up. Look, 1, 2, 3.
3. Yep.
Third candle, low, picks you up. 1, 2, 3.
3.
confluence, picks you up on both sides.
Wow.
Go time. Let's go. So high up here, 85. Let's say you didn't get in till, I don't know why you wouldn't get in down here with a buy signal. I mean, especially on a 1, 2, 3 candle look back. Boom. So you got in at 74, you get 84. Yep, 10 points.
10 points on that.
Look, before 7 a.m., 6:15. Coming into 6 a.m. What happens? Reverse. Didn't happen at 6 a.m. It's not exact sometimes. Reversal. Six a.m. candle, right? Because we do the same thing. Right? 6 a.m. 6 a.m. candle. Comes back in the range. We're headed to the other side. Do we hit it? Yep. 83.75. Target. Keeps going. Sweeps 4 a.m. again. Oh, we losing 4 a.m. this time.
But that's just one out of.
Right. But it lets you know you're headed to the other side. And we already know because we're in 6 a.m. reversal. But you got to look at the big picture. So what are we in? I guarantee you we're in a high-low halfback. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
High, low, halfback, sweep. But just looking at these candles will help you knowing if I'm above it, I'm long. If I'm below it, I'm short.
Sure.
Same technique. 6 a.m. is always line in the sand for New York. Period. Now you got confluence of 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. We're below both of them. It's a go. 77.50. I want to look before New York opens. 77.50 to 8 o'clock. 64.75. 13 points. You get your 5 to 10. You're done. You ain't got to mess with New York Open.
All right. So I'll look at that. So my takeaway will when I get up, I'll look at the 4 a.m.
What's the next play? I'm gonna stop you for a second. I want you to see the next play.
Okay.
Now we in a high low. Where's halfback? London close 10:30. 10:30 candle. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4 wicks. Go.
Wow.
High, low, halfback, good
sweep.
What does it do? Yep. There's your next play on the clocks. Beautiful, beautiful.
Oh yeah,
beautiful. And you know, we got our main master trend, super trend, whatever you want to call it, Stangam trend. We're not above that line. We're not above it. I mean, there's so many things.
Mm-hmm.
This is all the way from Asia Open. Once it got below here, once it got boom, we can't get above the line. She fell look, from Asia, it fell the rest of the day, all the way down here in the 12 noon clock. Stayed below the line, which is on the live stream. There's all this that's on this chart right here is the same stuff that's on the live stream.
Mm-hmm.
All of it.
And that's the other thing that's been helping too, because as you notice, I've been watching the live stream,
right?
And that's been helping. It helps in regards to just studying, looking at the alerts, and just for me to start visualizing the right side of the screen before it actually happens.
Right. Yeah.
I'm surprised more people are not just watching the alerts. That's just me.
Yeah, because it's going to keep you on the right side. I mean, basically, we should be looking for longs, period, right? Because the market is rigged to go up. If you go look at somebody posted some, matter of fact, I may go snag that composite. It showed from 1940 something till now, the market, the ES has gone up every year since then. The market is rigged to go up, not to go down.
Mhm.
They want you to invest in, yeah, does the market come down at times? Yes, but it's short lived.
Yeah.
All in all, markets, if you hold your money in 401k, it's going to go up, period, because that's how the market is rigged.
Wow. This was good, Doc. This was really good. Yeah. Yep. This was really
I
good.
mean, you could even do the same thing on the buy and sell signals on the, it's the same thing. You could draw a block around the body of the, of course, this is going to populate a little late, but if, price comes down here and gets close to it, like this candle here, we already know this is a low, this is a high, this is a half back. Just using the buy signal candle.
Mhm.
We also know a sell signal, if price gets above a sell signal and holds, look,
It's going to be a long.
it's a long. That's why I said if they don't understand the concept, the reversal script is based off a halfback. Even if you don't understand it, if you just understand those rules, that hey, if it gets below a buy signal, then it's going to be a sell.
Mm-hmm.
If it gets above a sell signal, it's a damn buy. What does price do? Just like right here. Here's the sell signal. Price gets above it, don't hold. What happens here? Price gets above it this time, comes back to retest. It don't get back down here. It's a go. It got above it. Price got above it. That candle got above it. Right here. This is the blowout candle, because right here's the high. Right here's the blowout candle. Boom. Boom. And it doesn't come back down here. It holds.
It holds almost right.
It's go.
Yep. It holds almost right there at the 4 dots you got.
Right. And if you, okay, and then here's the next scenario. Now let's go to the next thesis. I've got multiple theses. Stops. These blue dots are stops. That's what them blue dots mean. Those are stops.
Mm-hmm.
A stop gets blowed out. Candle goes through the stop, sweep, reclaim, test, retest. Does it hold?
Yes.
Reclaims, it's a go, just on the stops.
Yep.
Just on stops. But here we could see high, low, halfback, just on stops.
Sweet. Mm-hmm.
We got other stuff to see. We know, okay, it's not going to go back up here and blow, because we know we're in the high, low, halfback because of what's trends down.
Amazing.
And here's your 4 again, right here. Got the same, you got the turn right here. They try to make people, this is the misdirection. They think that okay, we're headed higher now because this right here is the misdirection. But it's the same freaking pattern. Right here's your cross. This is your misdirection. This is your 4. It's the same thing. So here's the, it's trying to make the turn, but it can't make the turn.
And then it fails. Wow.
It's the same crosshairs. Okay. I showed you, I'm going to take it even a step further. I'm going to blow your mind. You ready for me to blow your mind some more?
Dude, yes. Yeah, I'm because you know me. Once I finish, I'm gonna eat something, then I start back testing. And then I'll let you know tomorrow. So you already know what you're doing.
All right. So we talked about the 3 candle look back. You can also look at the 3 previous low look back, last 3 peaks. So you could do, I'm going to count this as 1, 2, 3 right here. Where's the turn?
1, 2, 3 on the third one.
Look,
It's the third one.
because we got equal lows here. So I'm going to count this as 1. This is 2. This is 3 right here.
Yep.
Bodies. Where's the turn? Look right here.
It's on the
Look
third.
right here. We know if it gets above there, it's a go. If it don't get above there, it's headed down.
I've never ever heard of that before.
No, you ain't. You ain't gonna hear it. You ain't gonna hear it. Same thing. 1, 2. Where's the next one? Down here, 3.
3.
Where's the cells? Look, 1. You see what I'm saying? Above it's a long, below it's a short.
So you just almost just draw your line in the sand there. Bam.
Yep. Yep.
And that's going to help keep you in the proper direction.
Right. Look, 1. I'm gonna count these as 2. It was equal. This is number 3. So I know if we get above here, we're go. We don't get above it, it's a short. What is it?
It's short.
Yep. Count in 3s. How far is it going to go down? 1, 2, 3.
3.
What does it do? It resets. There's the 4. I mean, I can see the 4. I ain't even draw it right here.
Yeah, but you're in the money off the 3.
Yeah. Now look, 1, 2, 3. Why? Because we came up, took out the short term high, so it's wanting to go up. So I'm going to look 1, 2, 3. Where's the buy?
Wow.
Above it's a buy, below it's a sell.
This is all. Wow.
Look, 1, 2, 3 on body. It's above it. It's a buy. Below it's a sell.
So,
It's a buy. Boom. Retest. Go. Low, high, halfback sweep. I love it, man.
yeah, I
I
like
just
that.
practice doing that, Roddy. I just go back. I just look at the charts. 3, 3, 3. And I just look at them and be like, holy cow. I've never shared that. I ain't even shared that with John. I ain't never shared that with anybody. Both of them right there. The 3 look back candle or the 3 previous higher lows or lower highs.
I'm amazed. Well, you know, I test stuff. I'll be able to let you know by next week. Because you know, once I eat, I'll be.
See how I mean, it's just that simple. Hey, look, just the signal. 1, 2, 3 signals. 1, 2, 3. Where's the buy?
Oh wow. Yeah, and see, and it's so funny you said it because what I've been doing is, and I've been using the alerts because I was on me and you were talking and we was talking about the alerts, and then afterwards I was like, let me just look at these alerts, and I started looking at those balls. And I go 1, 2, 3. Okay, boom, something happened there. And then I've been using it as a way to tell me when I can get out of the order. Oh yeah. I've been playing around with it.
And now let's play around with the sell side. 1, 2, 3. Gets above it, it's a long. Sweep, reclaim. Can you see it?
Yes. I'm
seeing here's the buy. Right here's the buy. Just looking at 3 cell look back. Sweeps it, gets above it, retest, go. There's so many ways, like I said, there's so many ways to skin the cat. It's just what do you like? What do you see? I just give you multiple examples. Nobody's got any excuse. You know, I don't give it all out in the room, but nobody's got any excuse. Nobody.
All right. So on my side, I'll try 3 of these and then I'll let you know next weekend what I'm getting out of it. Because as you know, once I finish eating, I'll go downstairs and start working on this. Because now I was a little tired, but now I'm actually
I
excited.
perked you up a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Now, the higher time frames is even better because it really shows you your 3 point look back. Look, 1, 2, 3. Where's the buy? Right here.
Right there. Yeah.
Gets above there, it's a go. But look, more importantly, where's the buy signal?
Oh wow.
Same
Right
damn
there.
line.
Yep. So you just draw that line and just wait for it to hit it and just take it. Yeah.
I already know before the buy signal. Why? Because I'm looking at 3 peaks back. Once this candle right here gets above these bodies right here, because this is the last high. Once we blow through there, I already know. 1, 2, 3. There's the buy. Gets above there, it's a buy.
And you already got the line right there, and you're just waiting on it to come there.
Wait for it to get above it, retest, go. There's your low, high, half back, sweep.
That's being very confident in your technical analysis.
I mean, you can't get no precise than that.
And
Allow for more precise than that.
I like that. Yeah, so at least I test 3, maybe 4 of them, and I'll let you know tomorrow what I'm going to test, and then I'll report on that next week, as you know.
I bet you report on it tomorrow if you use it.
So, you sound to know me because I like to, man. I'm amazed, dog. I'm amazed.
I mean, there's just so many ways, if you wait for the previous day low or high to be swept and then reclaimed. I mean, you have to wait a few days, but that works. That's why I say I'm amazed that nobody in options has took this and like really killing it. I just hadn't had time to mess with I have messed with options, but I haven't had time to really dedicate any of this to test the option side. Because more likely that's where the big money's going to be made, is on option side.
Yes, it could work, but because the longer you hold an option, you start dealing more with the decay of it.
Right. So but if you know direction and you know where you're headed, that's a little bit something different.
Yes. And that becomes, it's almost like it just depends upon what option you're buying.
Right. You could sell the credit spread when you know it's all the other way.
Yes.
So that's what I'm getting at. Like,
ooh, man. Yeah, that.
Which, that's why I can't, I was hoping somebody in the room would be really the option person and really take this and like show us how to do the way, because I can't do everything, Rodney.
No.
I can't.
No. And honestly, and this is just me, I think,
although I want to understand all of it, don't get me wrong, that's just human nature. Everybody wants to understand everything, but I just want to be good at what I'm good at.
Yes.
And then get to the point once we make our money and we're set, we don't have to do this no more. We can just trade options. We can let the shit set and ride. We ain't got to watch it every day. We can be sipping on margaritas down at the beach in the Virgin Islands, all of us, you know what I'm saying?
Now, I will tell you this. One of my dad's friends introduced me to the guy. He used to do. He helped build out the infrastructure system for Tony Dale.
Okay.
So he and what it basically means is he has a system, and his system is set up. He does the long-term stock trading type of deal where he'll be in a stock for, it may be a month, it may be 2 months, but I will tell you, I got introduced to him, and I was talking to him, and he told me stop by, and I stopped by. I had never ever seen nobody make that type of money before.
Right.
So actually, and I shared this with Michelle, if we were sitting there and I saw the amount of money that he has 2 girls. His wife left him for a truck driver. Go figure that.
Mm.
He talking about stupid. Yeah. So he ended up raising the two girls. And so we're sitting there and he's, we're just talking. And he, like I said, he does the long-term type of investments. I just couldn't really get with that. But I had never ever seen money like that. So one account came by, it had over 10 million in it. Then another one came back, it had like 12 in it. And I asked him, he says, "You're not going to see mine." I was like, "Huh?" He's like, "You're not going to see mine." He says, "Mine will blow you away."
Right.
So I'm going to show you just a sample of what I make yearly from this. I've never ever seen that type of money before. Never, ever. And his stuff is long term. And how he does it, it just it's like your approach, but it's just I shouldn't say it's not like your approach. His approach is different and yours is different. But for me, it wasn't a good fit. And I was honest with him. I was like, this is, I mean, to sit here, the only thing he does, he just said it and let it be. And he makes fucking God forsaken money. So he just had his first grandbaby. So I talked to him and I was like, joking. The grandbaby is now probably maybe 13 months old. And I said, "So where are you at?" He's down in Austin. He lives here, but he's in Austin. I was like, he said, "Well, I got, Grandpa did." I said, I'm joking with him. I said, "So is the baby with you?" He's like, "Yeah." "So you're showing the 1-year-old baby how to trade?" He says, "Yeah, I got him. They got me watching him, so I got to work." And I was like, wow. And I joked with him. I said, "So did you set up like $1 million fund for him?" He's like, "Yeah, I did." And I'm building it up. So whenever he gets to be 18 years old, he's able to go whatever college, he's able to do whatever he wants to do. But there will be rules set in place for him to get access to the money because I wanted to continue to grow. And I was like, it's just his approach. I mean, I'd sit there with him and I was like, I just couldn't get it, Dobby. I couldn't, I couldn't get it. And I was open and honest with him. He's like, "So what do you think about it?" I said, it's a great system, but it's just not for me.
Right.
But I took the time to tell you that because, I mean, like you said, there's so many different ways to skin a cat.
Yep.
And you just and he told me something, same thing you said, just find you something that you're passionate about and spend the time. He's like, when you start spending time, you start seeing the subtleties.
Yep.
Which in return, you start getting consistent and building up your confidence. And then you're able to make some serious money from doing this. He's like, but there's so many different ways to do it. And I was thinking about you when I'm saying this. And that's when I go, I'm amazed that people don't post their stuff.
Right.
It's almost like people are scared. I don't know if they're scared that somebody's going to take something away from them, but I don't be caring. I was like, it ain't my system. It's your system. And I may add my own little subtleties to it, but I'm here to learn and I want to master it. So I spend a lot. My kids go, "Dad, you spend a lot of time doing this." I was like, because they'll pass by and I'm just sitting there looking at the chart. And sometimes I just block off the right side of the screen and just try to call it out before it happened. They go, "So you're talking to the screen?" I was like, "Yeah." So, "Dad, we'll take you away once the screen start talking back to you." Like,
do you record your trades?
Yes.
Okay. I said, yeah, that's very good to do.
Yeah, and I go back and look at them sometimes.
Yeah, when you do that, that's like journaling. You don't have to write everything down, but yeah, I do recommend writing things down because you're going to remember. You're going to remember it more when you write things down.
Well, I look at my growth. My biggest growth comes from me sending it over to you, getting your feedback. Then I turn back around and I will execute on a trade. I record it. And then I go back and I listen to the trade without any type of sound behind it.
Right.
And then next minute, I go ahead and listen to the sound behind it. And then I'll go ahead and write it in my journal, my thought process.
So you're talking out your thought process then?
Yeah.
On the audio? Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to, but I suck at it.
Well, even if you want to do that, you can still do like what I did. Like, did that video help where I posted like 3, 4 years ago, me trading on Earn the Trade? When I did that live session and I was putting in the text and I was explaining when I was taking the trade, and
Yes, and I'll tell you, for me,
that was actual live.
yeah,
That,
for
that was
me,
a live session.
but whenever you go live and you're posting or you're talking through it, I mean, I go 10x on that.
Right.
And the reason for it is I'm able to understand the why behind it. I almost hate to say it. It might be, Michelle will tell me that's a Tennessee damn thing, because I always want to know the why.
Right.
And once I understand, that's like, if you look at like my growth with this piece, once we start having conversations, and once you started posting your charts, because I'll take your chart and I go back and I'll put your chart up, and then I'll put mine up, and then I
Try to replicate it.
Yes. And then I'll make a note. Why did he put this line there? Because I don't have it. What's his thought process behind it?
Right, right. All right, so here's my thought process going into Sunday night. I'm doing a 3-candle look back. 1, 2, 3. I put a line in the sand, put a fib from there to there. Here's our 50% line. Above it, we're long. Below it, we're short. That's the thesis.
And so that's going to be probably 40. Okay, 40. So you're thinking if it's below 48.69.75, it's
right here.
Short.
It's below here.
48.63.
63.75. Yeah, right here. Yeah, I'm sorry, Rod. 69. Okay. Yeah, roughly 69. That's our half back. From 3-candle look back, low, high. Half like back. I said, I ain't never showed this to nobody, so let's see how she plans out.
Yeah, I'm curious, man. I'm curious about Sunday.
But remember, I already told you last candle print. You see what I'm saying? If that holds, which is right at that back, we get above the body, we already know it's a go.
It's a go.
So now I just gave you confluence though. If that happens, which there's a good chance this thing could just go. Because we had such a big run that they allow it to just keep going. Why? Yes. Because they can run it all the way into London Open. Why? London Open could be at the highs, and they can sell the highs. So and I mean, this could run 30 points in Asia all the way into London.
And I'm thinking for sure 10.
Because look though, there's our 96. London likes to be at 96 halfback. So there's a good chance that we can get here. That's 30 points.
Oof, wow.
36 to 96. It can happen. I ain't gonna say it ain't. It can happen.
No, it can happen. Because what happened on Friday, I was like, wow. Because Michelle kept saying, she said, "You think it's gonna stop?" I was like, I don't know.
No, I knew it was gonna run up all the way to the end of the day.
We kept texting back and forth.
Did y'all watch me in Discord? I said, you remember what I put on there? I said, I wonder if that white line's gonna hit.
Yeah, I saw that because I was like, what? I had looked, I was like, where the hell? That's when I told you that. I was like, where the hell did you get that white line from?
That was Thursday's range.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yep. The area 51. Yep.
Yes. And I was like, I'm looking. And then when it hit it, I was like, oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, that's when I was like, oh yeah, I knew he broke bank on that one. Because that was a beautiful play.
See, part of me wants to share stuff, but part of me don't want to share stuff. Part of me's kind of glad the room's small. I don't know, Ronnie. I have different thoughts about it,
And this is just me. I think if people if they invest, like for me, I invest into one, I respect your screen time. That's the first thing.
Right.
Because I acknowledge that. Because my kids go, Dad, you're crazy. There's no way I can spend that type of time looking at the freaking screen.
Yep.
But I'm passionate about it.
Yep.
Each time I look at it, I learn something new.
Yes. I'm still learning. Shit.
And so, like, when you share something with me, I turn back around, I go, okay, all right, I digest it, I make notes, and then I go back and start executing on it. I start back testing it, looking at things. Because if you remember, I mean, I like now, I was said so as I was doing my end of the year review of myself, trading wise, I
Right.
went back and looked at my my first write up I sent over to you, and I look at my write ups now.
You're more in depth now.
I'm a total different
Yes.
trader.
Yep. Daylight and dark.
And you think about it, I only been in here since what, 6 months now?
Yeah, about 6 months. What I was
Yeah,
gonna say.
yeah, about 6 months. But if you got people that, and this is just me, I look at people who want to learn this is going to do maybe four things. One, they're going to post their charts, send them over to you, and get feedback before the market even opens up. And then two, they're going to take time to be somewhat active in the room. And then three, they're going to take the time to record and break down their trades and
Right.
do self-evaluation if they
Right.
really want to grow with this.
Right.
And so, I mean, if people, somebody hit me up, they ask me questions, I respond back to them, and I'm able to leverage a lot of them. I said, okay, well, it's Dobby mentioned this on this day. You can go in there and look at that. And they go, oh, that's right, that's right, that's right.
Right.
And that's for me just coming in and just going to the different rooms that you have set up, taking the time to read the notes, looking at the charts, and understanding better the why, your thought process.
Right. Right.
But it takes time. And I go, like, I have people that go, well, so you do this and you do that. I said, look, I'm just telling you this is not easy. If you don't have the time to invest in it, and I said, it's going to take you, a lot of people go, well, I'll be profitable in about a month. No, you won't.
No. I mean, you could take the signals on the live stream
Yes.
and be
But you won't.
profitable, but you got to take every signal. So,
Yeah. But
you know,
you want, and it's just me, you want to know the why. I try
right.
to know the why.
Yeah, some people don't want that though. They just want the easy way out. You know, they don't want to
But
put in the work.
and my thought is you can't sustain it for the long term. I want to be having these conversations with you 10 years from now while we
Yes.
on some
Yeah.
island.
That's what I'm saying. If I get 10 people that stick, and then at that point, I don't care at that point. Like I said, I'm even to the point where, maybe we do branch out and I only let 100 people in, period. That's the limit, 100.
And then my thought, if you do that, if you get it to 100, you should have 10 of your top people, have them to manage the 100 and you manage the 10.
Sure. But I think we can get there. It's just, I don't want the riffraff. I can go, you know what I'm saying, right? I can go free. We can do a $5, $10, program. I just don't want to have to deal with the riffraff.
And honestly, they're going to consume your time.
Right.
And more importantly, they're going to consume your energy.
Right. And then that
hurts my
trading, because I'm trying to trade, and, it's a lot to it. People just don't realize it's a lot to it.
Because if you have people that come in the room, want to get access to you, and then it can be via a posting in the chat room or talking to you on the phone, and they have negative energy.
Right.
I don't know about you, but it takes away from me.
Yeah.
Because they're wanting to get to where I make profit. I had to tell somebody, they were like,
yeah, they want to do it now.
They want to get it now.
Yeah.
And the best advice
and all that shit everybody posts online.
Yeah. And I like the best advice. If you're going to do trading long term, look at it as you're coming in and getting your 4 or 5 year bachelor's degree. Because it's going to take you that long to really.
Now, some may get it quicker. Now, can I shorten the curve? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think people can get it in 3-6 a year.
But the problem is.
But they got to put the work in.
Yeah. And that's the problem.
Because I've shortened the curve. Because all my hard knocks, what I've shared, just what I've shared with you tonight. I mean, that's from screen time, thousands of hours of screen time. We talking 9 years of screen time.
Yeah.
And you know me, I'm on the market, every market. That's why the Discord is my journal. That is my living journal. That's what the Discord room is. All my posts are for me. Yes, it's for y'all, but it's really for me.
Mm-hmm.
Where I can go back and look. Okay. Because I use that search bar a whole lot.
I do too.
I think I'm crazy. I'll put a term up in that search bar and I'll go by and be like, damn, talking about that 6 years ago.
Look, I do too.
I was talking about that 3 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, damn.
I do too. And I'm gonna tell you this, I went, like I said, I went back and I looked at some of the first charts I sent over to you. And then I look at where I'm at now.
Yep.
And I go, damn, boy. I look at some of that stuff. And I go, woo, man. I know he must have really felt sorry for me because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Excuse me for saying it that way.
Man, I was looking at some stuff the other night. It was below 3,000 when ES was below 3,000.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, daggone.
Yeah.
How far it's come.
Yes. And I go, and you got to remember, it's like I tell Michelle, I was like, I said, honestly, babe, I said, you think about it. I was talking to Dobby before you were. She's like, huh? I said, yeah. I said, yeah. I said, but here's the thing. I said, I said, what I'm most proud of with him is the amount of time he spent watching that fucking screen.
It's constant, Rodney. I ain't kidding. I sleep with one eye open. Still, I mean, I'm on the markets. I don't care what market. I try to look at every market. Asia, London, and New York. Or London closed. Not so much of New York open anymore. Freaking trash.
Yeah.
But you know, London closed, yes. Those are the main plays. Asia, Globex open, London open, London closed.
And
the three main plays.
And for me, I mean, and as you can tell, I'm continuing to get better and better with the Asia, but I enjoy the Asia because I get time to get everything set up. I have a trading plan.
Right.
And so.
And now you can fix it to have a trading plan at 4 a.m.
Oh, Lord. Thank you. Thank you, Drill Sergeant Dobby, for this 4 a.m. thing. And and Michelle, she'd be laughing. She's like, are y'all? Because she'll see me in here, she'll pass by.
Think about it. And I'm going to give you one rule. So if 6 a.m. is above 4 a.m. price, then you know it's a go. Oh,
wow.
4 a.m. That's the
6 a.m.
6 a.m. is your halfway mark.
Yes.
12 noon, midnight to 6 a.m. is your halfway mark. 6 a.m. to 12 noon is your completion of the day. Why? Because my day starts at midnight. Why? Because that's our clock. Not the session start at 5 p.m. That's not the trading day. No, it's midnight back to midnight. That's the trading day.
Wow.
You follow me?
I definitely will.
Midnight to midnight, which that's a whole nother different scenario.
No. I'm gonna work on the London close, and then I'll work on the 4 a.m.
I don't think you're gonna need it, but you know, if you want to know the why later, I guess it gets deeper. It's a lot deeper, but it's a lot of information. So that's what I've had to deal with. I try to give in small doses to the room because it's just so much. Just all the little clues that I've given out, you know, just what little bit I've given out, it's a lot.
And honestly,
there's a lot of little clues, subtle things that nobody looks at.
Yes. And I will tell you, for me, because I had to go back and I was like, the reason why I struggled because the thought process was so unconventional. And so what I had to do for my sanity, I don't YouTube nobody else. I just focus on this process.
Right.
Once I start doing that, then I start measuring. That's when I start seeing the growth.
Right.
Ignore.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's when I start to see the growth, because you start mixing your process with four other people's processes, and then you have nothing.
No, no, you can't do that. That's for sure.
So then you have to go, okay, and this is operating with all transparency. You go, well, who do I know? Who do I trust? Who do I value?
Right,
Well, I've been almost knowing you since you started on the journey.
right,
So it's like, okay, all right. This is a system. It's not you have a setup. It's a system. It fits into my personality
right.
dad was in the Marine Corps. It's structure. It's
Right.
structure.
If
And then I
this,
was,
we're going to that. If this
yeah,
happens, we're doing this.
yes. And once I started looking at it that way, I was like, oh, okay, now it makes sense. That's where you
The more you
sometimes,
watch it, the more you're going to learn what I showed coming back in on that Thursday's last week's range. When it come up to there, I knew it was headed to the other side.
mm-hmm,
Eventually, you will get confident because you've seen it multiple times. You're like, well, I've seen this before. I know where it's going.
yeah. And honestly, that's where it's very, like for me, it's very important. I've been tracking my most successful trades and why they were successful, so I'm able to duplicate those.
Right.
So I was, that's where having like now I've been starting to really value having a playbook,
Right.
and like, and a lot of it now is just from taking the time and start getting my son, the baby boy, prepared. Because I was
Right.
like, yo, I want you to start looking at the charts. He's like, I was like, look,
Yeah, because he might see a certain pattern. He might say,
yes,
well, look, at this time it does this.
yeah,
Every day it's been doing this at this time.
yep. And I broke it down to him. I was like, I said, it's just like, I said, after a while, because he asked me, he said, what are you doing, Dad? When he's here,
I want to focus on time though. Look at time before anything. It don't matter about price. It's time.
it's time.
Time first.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I said, so at this time, if it behaves this way, this is going to be your 28 pitch. He's like, oh, okay, okay. And that's how I'm starting. That's how I'm starting to get him to understand it. And I was like, and that's what made me go, oh yeah, playbook, football playbook.
Right.
And he was like, oh yeah, Dad. He says, well, when I come home, we can start building out that, and I give me a couple plays, and then I feel much more comfortable doing this. I was like, okay.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Sweep and reclaim. That's just like a running play.
Yes.
Coming around one way, coming around the other way. It's same process,
same process.
Yep.
And once I started explaining to him that way, now when we talk on the phone, he'll be like, okay, what's the ES doing? And I go, huh? He's like, yeah. And it'd be real smooth. He'd be real smooth about it, because the little girls be in the room and they'd be like, wow, Tony, we didn't know that you know stocks and stuff. He's like, yeah, that's what my dad is into. So it's like, I was like sitting there saying to myself, this boy.
Right.
This boy. Because motive matters. And that's what I'm realizing with him. He's like, Dad, he says, the conversations I'm able to have about the ES and the SPY and Tesla, what's going on there. He says, I tracked a whole nother level of woman. I was like, yeah. He's like, this is so cool. And that's when I started thinking, I was like, I knew it was a motive behind this. I knew it was a motive behind this.
Yep.
But yeah, Doc, so definitely thank you, man. I truly appreciate you spending the time. And then what I do is, like I said, one quick question. So the chart that I posted, that's pretty much what your thought process was, the one I sent over to you?
Yeah, you're pretty much spot on all that. And then if I give you any feedback, to kind of make you look at something else.
Okay.
I said, well, we're look at 6 a.m. candle, we're above it, just little other clues, I tried to mention for you. So
okay. Cool. And then, like I said, I mean, definitely, if you don't mind, post, do your magic and then post this so I can go through it. And then what I do is start executing later on tonight. And then I'll definitely, touch base with you and give you some progress for next week.
All right, not a problem.
Good deal, sir. And thank you. I appreciate you. Enjoy the remaining portion of tonight. And
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
touch base with the Asian Open tomorrow.
All right.
Thanks, Dob. You take
All right,
care.
Rodney.
All right.
Have a
Then.
good one.
All right. Bye-bye.